Welcome to Movie Talkies, Pooja, and welcome to Bollywood. This weekend, your film is releasing. What is your present state of mind?
I am excited. I am nervous. I'm hoping that everybody enjoys my performance. So a lot of emotions are going on through my mind right now, and I can't believe that it's already here and the film's going to release any moment.
How did you bag this project?
So Sunita Govarikar, our producer and also Ashutosh Govarikar's wife, saw my ad with Ranbir Kapoor. It was a scooty ad, and she saw it and she said, let's talk to her. Got my number from somewhere, called me up, and I auditioned for this thing. Ashu sir gave me like 5 scenes to do, so I auditioned on them. Then he made me dance on this song called Hoto Pe Aisi Baat.
Okay.
Apparently, all his debut actresses audition on that song. I don't know why. If you can ask him and tell me, then you should let me know. But I auditioned on that song, and I was on.
How big a deal is it for you to be debuting opposite Hrithik Roshan in an Ashutosh Govarikar film?
It is a very big deal. I mean, I'm doing a film with two of the greats, whether it's Ashutosh Govarikar or Hrithik Roshan, and I think must have done something really good in my life to actually do a film with them.
So, how was your first day on the sets? Were you jittery?
I was very nervous because it was my introduction shot, and there were many people on set because it was this, bazaar. So they're a marketplace and a lot of people on set, and I was like, okay, don't make a mistake. So yeah, I was.
So, tell me more about your character in the film and how did you prepare for it?
So Chani, basically, she is someone who people believe that she is going to be the reason why there will be a change in Mohenjo-daro. Okay, they think that because of Chani, things will change for the better, and that is why they love Chani. They treat her like their own, and they really love her. They believe that Chani has these magical powers, and that's why when she goes out, she has to behave in a particular manner. When she goes out, she is the people's Chani. She is not a regular person. But heart of heart, Chani is very childlike. She wants to be a normal girl and she wants to live her life like a normal girl.
Your costume is being talked about a lot and it's very extravagant. How difficult was it for you to get into that garb?
Oh, it was very difficult. It used to take me 20 to 25 minutes just to get into the outfit because the clothes were stitched onto me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Couture.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Neeta Lilla, so of course it's couture. But yeah, it was stitched on me. And the headgear that I was wearing was really heavy. So that used to take me another 10-15 minutes. So just the costume was like, to become Chani was this elaborate process.
So there's also a lot of negativity going around this trailer ever since the trailer has released, that it's not historically correct, even your costume. So what do you have to say in the film's defense?
I have to say that first of all, we're not making a documentary. I mean, if you look at what proof do we have about the costumes? Like if you look at the statues that we have found, like that they found, like for example, the dancing girl, right? She's nude, okay, like, and now we're not really making that kind of film. So it is just Ashutosh Govarikar, Neeta Lulla and April Ferry's version of what people could probably wear back then. So at the end of the day, of course, Ashu sir has researched a lot about Mohenjo-daro, but Mohenjo-daro is just the backdrop. The true story is a fictional story, or it is Ashu sir's version, because we really don't have much evidence, or like the Sindhu script that is there has not been deciphered. So we really don't know what happened back then. So it is just Ashu sir's version of what happened back then. It's just a fantasy. So it's fantasy mixed with fiction.
So because it's all fictional and you did not have any real life character for references, was it more difficult or was it easy?
I would like to think it's easier because if you have a reference point, if you're depicting someone there is an added responsibility that
Correct.
you have to do justice.
And comparisons,
Yeah.
they happen.
And you have to do more than anything. If people will always compare, people will always have opinions, and that's totally fine, you know, because there's no real truth. It's just different versions of truth, right? But when you have a reference point, there's a certain responsibility that because you're playing this person, you need to behave in that exact manner. So it was a little easier for me.
So were you good in history?
Not at all.
Not at all. And did you remember your Indus Valley Civilization chapters while you were preparing for your role?
Yeah, actually I did. But I remembered like 4 things. One was the dancing girl statue. I remembered the Great Bath that was, you know, talked about back then. I remembered the sanitation system. So yeah, just 3 things. I remember those 3.
And you became the dancing girl.
Yeah. I became the girl from Mohenjo-daro.
So you were not good in history, and this film is a period drama. Do you think that the youth of the country would be able to relate to this film?
Or completely, because like I said, you know, the history part of it is just the backdrop. After 10 minutes, you're not going to be like, you're going to be involved in the story, right? More than the history aspect of it. So the story is about love. It's about greed. It's about finding your path. And I think love is love, whether it is prehistoric or whether it is current. That doesn't change.
So it's an out and out commercial film, not a documentary at all.
Not at all. It's not a documentary, you know.
Correct.
Look at the film. Ashu sir has been like, how do you show the Great Bath? So he put a song which happens in the Great Bath. So he's shown it in a very beautiful way.
How was it working with Hrithik Roshan?
It's been a lot of fun actually. We laughed a lot on sets. He's got a great sense of humor. So we used to laugh a lot. Like if you ask us why did we laugh, I have no idea. I have no answer for you. Like if you say give me an instance, like, what were you laughing about? No clue. But I just remember we laughed a lot.
So did he bully you because he was your senior and all?
Bully me? No, but he did play a prank on me. But yeah, that's good.
So the kissing sequences, they are making headlines, and you said that, you know, it would be one of the best kisses sequences in the history of Bollywood. Why do you say so?
That makes it sound very grave very massive as compared to what I said. But no, I just think that in general, it's a really beautiful moment, and I think, you know, stuff like this can look bad if it's not shot properly. But I think for Sarman and Chani, we have a good. Sarman and Chani have got good chemistry. Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz also around the clash that is happening at the box office. Are you feeling the pressure because the film is clashing with Rustom?
No, not at all. I mean, I just feel that it's a long weekend and you can watch both films. Why is it that you have to only watch one, right? You can watch both.
So, what do you enjoy more, working in South films or in Bollywood?
I mean, you know, people are the same in terms of whether it's there or here. So you know, it's always about how much fun you have on sets. But of course, I'll be always a little partial towards Hindi films because I've grown up watching Hindi films.
Which is your favorite song from Mohenjo-daro? And we've seen you dancing with Hrithik Roshan also. Was it difficult? Did you get nervous about matching steps with him?
Yeah, I did actually. I practiced really hard because he is Hrithik Roshan.
Correct.
He is one of the best dancers in India, and to match up to him was a task, but I practiced a lot. And my favorite song has to be the Sindhu song, the Tu Hai. When I heard it first, I heard it without the lyrics, and it gave me goosebumps.
Tell us about your forthcoming projects. Are you doing or have you signed anything yet?
No, I'm actually waiting for the release. I could not take up anything before the release of this film. So once the film releases, I will sign something hopefully.
So quickly tell our audiences why they should go and watch Mohenjo-daro this weekend.
So I think guys, you all should watch the film for me. because it's my debut film. It's really special to me. I have worked very hard at it, so please watch it. And I think this Independence Day, if you guys want to watch a story, a film that's about love, then Mohenjo-daro is for you.